So anyway, like I was saying, I gotta clean out this tank here, so I'm tired of looking at this green stuff. So I got a whole bunch of things that I got hooked up to this thing. So first is this. I find this thing to be really helpful. This is just a little tiny water pump, and you get a little hose to hook up to it. Just a little tiny water pump. It's got little suction cups on the back. Just go right like that. That's a little hose up to it. When I first got the tanks, I used to just take the cooler and just dump it in there, and that's just so undignified. So I got a little. No, I'm just joking. It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'd rather not do that with the fish in there, but whatever. I mean, they'll figure it out. So I got this little. I use it for many purposes, but the big one is to just fill the. I don't want to lift this stupid thing up, so I use it to just fill my tanks back up just real slowly. So I got these. These are great for like little spot. Just got a magnet. On both sides, they're great. They're great, but nothing. There's no substitute for a good kitchen scrubber. Like that. Boom. Kitchen scrubber. It's just cannot be denied that this is the tool. This is the tool to use to get this green gone. I hate the green. I hate the green. I hate the green so much. I had such a problem with this damn algae. It looked like I was keeping it as a pet. I mean, I couldn't see the back of the damn box here, man. And nothing I did would work. I went through filter after filter after filter. And finally, my science brain kicked in. I'm like, okay, fine. Modern problems required modern solutions. So I got up and I invested in this UV light, and I'm telling you what, it killed that algae dead. I love the UV light. I will never go without one again. And you know what? With the bridge going, this right here, this right here, it keeps both tanks clean. Keeps both tanks good and clean. So I don't really have to get another UV light for that filter over there. And I heard something about these fish bridges. Apparently, people make really long fish bridges, and that's a bad idea. I've heard that if there's some good circulation in there, good water circulation, then it'll get deoxygenated. And I've heard of people's fish going up in there and just dying. They suffocate and they don't even realize that it's happening. And it's sad. So, but mine is really short, and I can dump this sucker out really fast. So, but it's really short. I mean, and I make sure I keep a nice bubble up there, and this water's good and bubbled. This water's good and bubbled. So it's not a far commute. So I don't really feel that bad about it. I don't feel bad about it at all. I love my fish bridge. I didn't want to go with one of the square ones because I didn't know how to cut glass. It's not really. I've picked up enough new hobbies recently. I don't want to pick up glass cutting, so I just picked up some clear PVC, some silicone adhesive, bottle cap, more silicone adhesive, straw, drilled a hole down in there, put this little tube in there, and this is just a binder clip. Binder clip? It's just it's a clip. I'm not even showing the thing, am I? There we go. That's a clip. Just a regular clip. This is a bottle cap, cut off. This silicone adhesive is just silicone. I don't know. I got it over here somewhere. Show it to you later. And then I don't know. Waterproof this, waterproof that, and there it is. The nice thing about these is that if if you do get a leak in the fish bridge, it will water doesn't leak out, air will leak in. So if you do spring a little leak in there, it's not the end of the world because it'll contain itself until it reaches the rest of the water line. But by then, it's already in the water, so it's not a problem at all. So this is how I clean a tank. Really should pull out some crap out of here. So I saw a whole bunch of wildlife. Well, the kid and I saw, but I kind of saw it by myself mostly when I was out by myself. The kid was down with his grandparents. I did see a snapping turtle. The kid, one of our friends, Max, caught a snapping turtle. Well, Max caught it. And then, of course, Liam tried to touch it. And I said, why don't we just let Max do that? So, it's a pretty common species. There's a whole heck of a lot about it. But, that jaw, however that whole mechanism works, imagine it's a reptile, so it's a turtle. So I'm gonna go through, and I gotta look it up and see what the similarities are between that apparatus, that ambush boom apparatus, lightning fast, quick you're dead apparatus, how that of the snapping turtle compares to that of the heron and the egret. So curious. So I'm gonna go have a look. And before I said I wasn't really invested in the mussels that did that, even though it sounded interesting to me at first. I just wanted to get it and so much stuff, and I was just beginning, as you all know, all four of you, and I wanted to get it done and get it out. So, but now, since I might be able to compare this or that, we'll have a look at that mechanism, see maybe how it works. Okay, now I'm running a siphon. This thing's really nice because it has a little squirt bulb at the bottom of it. And I'm just going to run this all over my rocks. These goldfish, these Aranda goldfish, make a lot of poo. They make a lot of poo. And then oh wait, I forgot. I have to do this. I got my filters all running on a power source, and I got my lights all running on a power source. So, and I don't have anything holding this down anymore. Let me flip this around. I don't have anything holding my fish bridge in place anymore, but maybe I'll just hold it in place and let it do its thing. When the water line reaches a certain level, when it reaches there, the whole thing, it's pretty cool to watch. Wish I had a slow-mo cam, but I don't. There we go. So there's some crapping away down here. I'm gonna have to put chew in it. What? Weird noise. I have to quarantine little chew over there because shit is that? What that is? We had a couple snails in here, and I think I might have killed them. The last time I had to do something like this, the treatment, I think, killed them. So now we keep snails over there with Sam from Siam, who's the Siamese fighting fish, over in the other little tank, little Hannibal Lecter over there. And I think it's plugged up really bad. I just try to stir it up into the water so that when I put the new filter in, it just gets caught by that. People say work smarter, not harder. Mike Rowe says work smarter and harder. And I like Mike Rowe. I think you might be onto something there. work smarter and harder. Seems like you might be able to get a lot of stuff done if you're smarter and harder. So, Mike Rowe's a great guy, dude. That guy has a great sense of humor, man. God, I loved watching Dirty Jobs when he was on that. I love his the way I heard it stories, especially the one about. There's two that really always stand out. The one about Hedy Lamar. And if you don't know who Hedy Lamar was, she was widely considered to be the most beautiful woman in the world. So, check this out. So because the fish bridge, as this water level lowers, that water level lowers. And then when we get to here, something fun will happen. Just pull the thing out of the waters. Yeah, so Mike Rowe, dude. Mike Rowe's great. He's just kind of like one of those. He's kind of like one of those national treasures that must be protected at all costs. Betty White, or I don't know, Keanu Reeves. But anyway, the stories. Okay, so Hedy Lamar was. She was widely considered to be the most beautiful woman on earth, and she was so beautiful that no one really took her seriously in terms of her brain. I mean, she had a beautiful body, she had a beautiful face, she had a beautiful brain. This is during World War II. Okay, so the Nazis are doing their awful thing, and Hedy Lamar flees. I think her don't quote me on this one, but I think her husband was a Nazi sympathizer or just a straight out Nazi, and she hated him. So she ditched that dude, and she took off for the coast and found her way to Hollywood somehow. And the guys in Hollywood ate her up. But somewhere along the line, I don't remember exactly where in her timeline this happens, but she comes up with and submits a patent application for a frequency hopping. You better get out of there, Chunk. You're about to have a bad day, bro. That's not Chunk. That is, I don't know who that is. That is Nom Nom. This is gonna go now. Here, want to just see it? Let's just do it. Whoa, boom. So, she is her beautiful brain comes up with frequency hopping. Long and the short of it is her beautiful brain comes up with frequency hopping, so that they can better manage, I believe, the torpedoes. For the Navy. She submits to the Navy. The Navy's like, get out of here, little girl. And she got out of there, and it sucks. And now we use that very same technology for things like Wi-Fi and cellular phones. As far as that's the way I heard it on Mike Rowe's. That's the way I heard it. I think. And if I screwed it up, I don't think I have to worry about Mike Rowe watching my stupid little fish channel. But if you are Mike, I'm sorry. I screwed that up. Trying to pay homage. The other story is equally as interesting, and that is about Boris Yeltsin coming to town for the first time. And Boris Yeltsin was the premier, I guess, the premier or the chairman, I don't know, of the Soviets, right after Gorbachev. It was right after the fall in 91, I want to say. And Boris Yeltsin comes to town, and he goes to a supermarket, and he cries because his Russians are standing in bread lines to get, half the day or all day, and sometimes they leave for nothing just to get a slice of fish or a roll of toilet paper. This is communism. This is the garbage communism is. And he comes to I don't remember what town he comes to, but he goes to effectively he goes to like a Kroger, or I don't know for Kroger's the biggest shopping city. So he goes to some small town mom and pop Kroger, and I think, and he walks into this place and he sees the variety that capitalism brings, and all the nice things that we as Americans get to have because of that. And he cries. He's like, I have to have this. My people need this. My people need this. And he went home and he made it happen. And I'm not a geopolitical kind of guy. I know Russia's over there and we're over here. All I know is that Boris Yeltsin was he has faults, but he helped he helped better the Russian people as best he could. So what else can you say about the guy? Good for him. All right, I gotta go take this outside. I'll be right back. All right, so I just dumped that water outside. I can only do about a half a cooler at a time. Wheel it out. I got a bad back, bad hip, but I gotta do it. This is one of those things that's I like doing this. I never used to. I'm not really like a chore guy. I'm not like I die on a farm, but I like doing stuff like this. This is cathartic, man. This is cathartic. I mean, this is like, I don't know what it is about this. It just feels good to do. It's just all done, and all the water's clean, and the fish are happy, and everything's everything. Just gotta lean back and just enjoy the fruits of your labor. I'm telling you, if you don't have fish, consider it. Consider getting fish. They don't make any noise. All of their, stuff is contained. You can get a lot of them. They're pretty cheap. You don't really get all that. I mean, they're fish, but I mean, like, I gave them names, so I'm like, at least that emotionally attached to them. But still, but they're fish. There's, so you don't get that attached to them. Not like Norman over there. It's different when a Labradoodle dies. But I've had Chonker for a long time, and he was our first, and others have come and gone. It's sad, but there was a learning curve at the beginning with this for me. But I figured it out. Everyone here except for Chip, who just showed up last week, everyone else here has been with us for a while. I mean, I've had them all since they were little tiny babies. Even Chunker, even Fatty Chunker over here was tiny at one point. And Fry, I forgot about Fry. I never thought he would grow. So I think what I'm going to do is change most of this water, most of that water, and then I'm going to keep Chew over there, take the fish bridge out, and keep him in the warm water for another day or so, and let everybody else chill over here. Just kind of keep him like a little quarantine, see if I can get that spot off his tail. Nobody else. I've looked pretty close. It's hard on big fat chunker, big as a hamburger patty. Tail, everything's white on him, so it's kind of hard to spot. So, and then when you think that's one, it turns out to be a reflection. So I think Chunk's healthy. I'm pretty sure Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo Stew is healthy. So I'll be able to pick out something on that face only a mother can love. That's Nom Nom down there. Sorry, that's Chew down there. That's the one that I want to isolate. This would be better if he was over there, but whatever. That's the way it's going to be. So and then that idiot Chip hasn't gone over the fish bridge yet. Hasn't figured that out. So I'm just going to transplant him. And his dumbass can just figure it out. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. Hey, you know what? Hey, Mississippi Kite. I found out some incredible stuff about the Mississippi Kite at first glance. Other than being a beautiful bird, is at first glance is just dull, man. So dull. It's like have you ever seen a Office Space? It's the Lumbergh of birds at first glance. But I did find a couple of things about this bird that blew my mind. It didn't blow my mind, but I was like, huh, which is hard to do for me with animals because like I've heard it all. But anyway, it has to do with their red eyes. So that's yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I put that one together. That's all in my notebook right now. The whole thing, almost the entire thing, is going to be about its red eyes. Almost the entire thing. A couple things about migration, but it's mostly about the. Once I found out about those eyes, I kind of went down this rabbit hole, and I don't want to sound like a cheese ball, but oh my god, it has such beautiful eyes. Anyway, Mississippi kite, and then one of our friends, Max, the other day caught a snapping turtle. So I was thinking about putting something together on a snapping turtle. I was going to do something on, obviously I have to do something on the bass soon, but it's kind of like waiting for a few more viewers to show up. So if you could just make that happen, that would be great. I got this really great book, Applied Ichthyology, which I'm really looking forward to cracking. It's got some, like, I snuck it open and it has unbelievably good diagrams. But and it's just, that is a thick book full of a lot of information. So I'm looking forward to cracking that open and see what I can find out about the fishes. But that's like a worldwide volume. As far as I can tell from thumbing through it when I got the other day, it covers fish from everywhere and it breaks them down by family, I want to say. Family. So, and there are lots of families of fish. There are more species of fish in freshwater than there are in salt and brackish waters. There's a higher biodiversity. I didn't know that until just recently. Anyway, that's just a stupid fact that I know. Now, congratulations, you know it too. Where are we at? They're almost 50%. I'm going to go a little bit longer. That's so dirty down there. All right, stay tuned. Hey, if you're one of the 5 people that's watching this just randomly, subscribe. I'd like to get. I got great ideas for the live stream. I want to do a live stream. I obviously want to get paid. There's a whole story with that. I still haven't done that. I need to get the kid together and just kind of tell you why we're doing this. But I don't know. I got to assemble my thoughts on that first. It's kind of a story, and it's not a story. It's all fact, but you know, it's I don't know. It's sometimes it's hard for me to talk about. So anyway, yeah, cool. All right, thanks for coming by. Bye bye. Hey, oh yeah, hey, no, never mind. I'll get to that later. Thanks.